Good morning, YouTube. It's a nice day today. Already nice and warm outside, sun shining. It's going to be a great day today. I'm looking forward to a lot of wonderful things happening. A lot of times when it's nice like this, I eat breakfast out under the trees or on the patio or somewhere, but I guess I'll listen to Tanya Love in here for a little while first. So we'll see what she has to say this morning.
Great idea. They want the condition to improve so that their emotional state can improve. So let's say somebody is, they are drunk and they've lost their relationship and they're really angry and they're lashing out and they just lost their job and they're wanting their emotional state, they're wanting their conditions around them to shift and improve so that they can be happy and they can feel good. So maybe someone's like, I'm depressed, I'm lonely, I don't have a boyfriend or I don't have a girlfriend, no one loves me. And so then instead of healing that aspect in self and coming back to self-love, they want those conditions to change, thinking if I get a girlfriend or if I get a new job, if I get a new outfit, if I get my hair did, then I'm going to be happy. And it's not going to last because truly your emotional state, what you choose in your thinking, how you choose to think about yourself, and then what you choose to speak into the world, and what you choose to take aligned action or misaligned action will factor into every part of your emotional well-being. Does that all make sense, guys? Give me a little feedback if so.
Makes sense to me.
Thank you, Amnon. Any illness or departure from physical well-being begins at a cellular level. And I work with clients all the time in my auric clearings when I'm helping them heal like their childhood trauma. We're doing a lot of shadow work. We're doing past life regressions. All of that stuff is helping them look deeper within to see where do these patterns come from, where I have stored cellular memory in my physical body that keeps reactively coming up as pain. I keep being triggered by pain. Wounded child shows up and leads the show, throws a tantrum, ruins my life again and again. What do I do to shift that? I can tell you from a healer's perspective, you've got to tune into the soul level cellular pain, and absolutely you have the power to clear it. But you have to do your work. You have to show up. You have to be consistent, and you have to really love yourself enough to let your self-healing be the ultimate priority and not anything externally that's distracting you, period. So a lot of times we'll have the savior mode. People want to go save somebody else. They're going to go save stuff. They're going to go get busy, volunteer, work more. They give until they're empty because it's all a distraction because they are so uncomfortable with themselves. And if they could just pause and just shut everything in the world down and go into their little cocoon for a few days and really be with self, and even if that is painful, even if it's like, oh my God, I have to see all this stuff that I've chosen, I have to feel the pain of it. I have to feel the pain of my choices and how they harmed others. Do it, because doing that work is going to set you free. And that's what my soul loves to do. That's why I'm so passionate about helping with the auric clearings and why I'm so passionate in helping souls with past life regression and any form of relaxation, yoga and meditation. All my classes come back to vibrational alignment and come back to a sense of looking inside of the self to the cellular memory so that we can clear any cellular memory that is causing disruption. And once you clear it, and it's amazing, and then you can bring in higher frequencies of love and light. But until you do your clearing work, you guys are going to keep running around like chickens, pecking at the ground, pecking at each other, acting insane. And it is never going to save you to behave like that. I will just boldly say that. And if you listen to my video in 100 years, it's still going to be true. So on that note, all disease, all illness, or departure from physical well-being begins at a cellular level. But the overwhelming propensity of your cells is that of thriving. So your true nature is to thrive. It is not to be in dis-ease. Your true nature always is to thrive. All day, every day, your cells are reclaiming their balance at such refined and subtle levels that most people are completely unaware of the power and intelligence of their cellular bodies. And it is true, you have the ability. I rarely have been to the doctor, and I joke, but not joke, that meditation is my medication. because it's truth. Whenever I feel the slightest tickle in my throat or just fatigue in my body, a muscle that's been pulled, I tune in meditation. I tune into the pain. I ask, what is this coming from? What do I need to clear and release? And I process it, and I'm with it. I'm not afraid to look at the shadow. And when I was younger, I was, and so I have compassion. If some of you are just getting onto the path of alignment, you're finally exhausted, you finally had your butts kicked long enough, and you're ready to heal. When you first come in and you're looking at shadow stuff, it can be scary. I've been there. But what I can tell you, and this is truth, is if you can just look at the shadow and stop being afraid to look at it, it disappears. It's like when you have a bad dream and you're just like, oh, I don't want to see that, and you're trying to get away from it. Change the energy from right to shifting and looking at the fear. Whatever's causing you fear, face it. Look it straight in the eyes. Look it straight in its energetic mirage that it is, and watch how it'll dissipate and it'll dissolve and disappear. But you have to have the willingness to actually look within and to see that stuff, and then to come back to a space of self-love so that you can integrate that love and you can shift and clear the frequencies of pain that have been stuck and lodged in the cells of your body. I seriously have been doing like tapping techniques with some of my clients and with myself. And like women are always complaining about like cellulite or complaining about, gaining body fat and weight. And I grew up 18 years of my life teaching fitness for a living. And there is an aspect of physical exertion is beneficial for our bodies. But I feel like in our physical world, we have put so much emphasis on what we're supposed to do and go get cosmetic surgery and all this stuff that we have completely gone insane to what I've discovered through tapping. When we're doing body tapping and we're setting the intention to clear old cellular memory, like my body has shed body fat and it has shed cellulite and things that were stored in my thighs, like from my childhood. And you guys may not believe me, but it's true. And it is powerful just tuning in and tapping on your body with the intention of, I am ready to clear and release any of the stored cellular memory and trauma. Tapping on the heart. I am ready to clear and release all the pain, all the sense of shame and betrayal and sadness that is here in my heart. And then you breathe in the love and light, breathe out that pain. And you do this as often as you feel necessary. When you intuitively feel pain, you can go right there. Rather than just go diet and starve yourself and like work out like a fiend, what if we approach this at a cellular level? What if we approach this from a soul level and a soul alignment? I can tell you what will happen if you do. You will heal and you will transform your bodies from the inside out. It is absolutely true. Okay, I'm going to pause. Anybody commenting?
No, Pegasus said yep, but I don't know what is he saying yep for because I did not catch it while you were talking. So probably something that made sense to him too.
Pegasus, tell me what you feel. Like, what would you like to say in regards to all this? Like, give me a little of your depth. Speak from your soul. I want to hear. And I'm going to finish this page while he processes and shares. So this continual realigning and rebalancing process hinges on cellular communication. Communication from one cell to another. Now here I'm talking about cellular because I like to go to the micro and the macro because it's all the same. So in a micro level, communication from one cell to the next is absolutely vital for health and wellness and wholeness. And every cell in the body needs to work together in a unified field so that the body emulates wholeness and wellness. Does that make sense for the physical body, Amnon? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal on the macro. Every one of us as souls must shift and clear all of our egoic energy that causes us to break down communication. If you think about it, the main issue on this planet that causes violence, war, problems, destruction, pain and hurt is miscommunication or a lack of communication. So if we have one country that just won't even tolerate another country, they act like they don't even exist in the whole, then it's like cancer. And so that country is trying to like shame, or you have a Christian group or a Muslim group, and they're trying to act like no one else exists except for me. It's like having a group of cells in a body try to pretend they're the whole body. It's insane. And then they want to terrorize the rest of the body because the body is not acknowledging their little tirade or their ranting about being, not the whole. And so if you think about this in a micro level, when this is going on inside of a human, it comes up as cancer and disease, dis-ease. There is a lack of communication in the body. So at the macro level, when we're not wanting to actually have clear communication with others, and we're trying to be, egoic, and we're doing little tantrums, and we're being passive aggressive, and we're like, you can't talk to me, I'll never talk to you again, because we're being hateful, that is like cancer cells, and it will really destroy the human that's acting this way. And in essence, it creates a breakdown across the whole planet for humanity. Because in essence, if we're looking at micro, macro, we are all a part of the same body. So I am a part, and Amnon is a part, and the Palestinians are a part, and the Jews are a part, and the Parisians are a part, and the Mexicans are a part. All of us are a part of it. And the animals and the trees and the forest and the ocean, all of it is a part of the whole body. So when we are destroying our planet and we have no regard for how those poisons we're throwing into the water are going to affect the whole, we are acting insane like cancer cells. So if you don't even want to make it too personal as far as like what groups are doing it to who cares? In essence, what if we just stopped acting insane, and what if we all started to organize as a whole in that hive consciousness, and we honored the water, we honored the planet, we honored our own bodies, we honored each other, we showed up with one face, authenticity, and we honored the wholeness and the light in every soul that we met on the path. What if we did that? Can you imagine? Imagine such a place? Okay, did he write in?
Yep, he said that was to the question of whether everything was making sense when you asked back when.
Oh, okay.
And then Cindy's saying, do the clearing and healing. It can be tough work, but it's amazing.
Thank you, Cindy. And Cindy is like an amazing client that I've worked with over the past year, and she's done a lot of her shadow clearing and past life regression, and I see shifts in her, and she's making good changes in her life, being more conscious, more aware, healing deep wounds from past. We all have the ability to, but like she's saying, she is stepping in and she's doing the work and she's showing up, and she's one of what I call my dream clients, because a dream client for a healer like myself is one that is ready, receptive, and they're done with the BS. They want the healing. They want the shift. And they're not going to make excuses anymore. They're not going to go and put their money into superficial crap, because they know deep down, if they want abundance, if they want health, if they want to thrive, they need to get into their alignment at a cellular soul level, period. And so thank you, Cindy, because that is so true. And I need to take a drink of water. So Amnon, what do you think about what I just shared?
And she's saying, I am so done with the bullshit.
Amen, sister.
Laughing.
Nice. That's perfect, because once you're done, that's when the fun starts. That's when my clients, I'm like, once you're done, you know it, and no one can tell you when you're done. Like when I was enslaved so long, I have to laugh now, but I was in that state of enslavement and fear for so long, and I just was exhausted. And some of you get so exhausted, you get to the point of suicide, and I was there. You just don't want to even be here anymore. But that can be such a beautiful, powerful, pivotal moment for a soul to freaking get on the right path and to get out of all that ego. You become so exhausted, it's like you just, you know what, I can't even be afraid anymore because I'm too exhausted. And so you start to really move in a direction of love, even though you're terrified, and it makes all the difference. And I promise you, if you backed this work and you value it and you show up and you really value yourselves, it is going to ignite magic in your worlds. I promise. I promise. And like Cindy, anybody else that's listening, if you've had an auric clearing with me, share your little amens or yes, that's true. I have seen so much shifting. Say something about that and let them hear, because it's so powerful, and it will shift your physical body, your emotional body, your mental body, your cellular body, your soul level body. All of it is going to come into alignment, but you are going to have to do your work, which is simply showing up, having, whether your angels are assisting you or you're working with a healer like myself, you're showing up and you're doing the work, and you are coming to that state of awareness. It's really that simple. You have to be awake and aware 24/7 in your movies. You have to realize you are the creator of all of it, and that you have the right, divine right, to holographically leap to any new so-called reality that you choose from your alignment. You're not stuck. All of you listening, if you sense any sense of imprisonment or enslavement, that you feel you're stuck somewhere, I will challenge you and say you're not. No matter what it is,